Hello, welcome back to yet another class on personnel management. Today we are talking about the significance of the personnel management department in an organization. Now, it is very important for an employee to be able to stay ahead of his competitors. So, staying competitive is probably one of the most important aspects of an employee's growth plan. And so, training an employee to upskill himself or upgrade himself is one of the most important part of a personnel management team, and the team needs to ensure that the employee is provided with enough resources to stay updated on his or her job. Now, retention. Keeping an employee happy and satisfied in an organization is a very important but difficult part of a personnel management team. An employee has to be focused on and ensure that the employee not only has good relationships with the people that he works with, his peers, but also with his line managers and the top management. Now, that is a very difficult thing to do because employees are obviously human beings and everybody have their own different characteristics and traits, and it is not easy to ensure that an organization brings its employees together, and so employee retention is a very critical and crucial aspect of a personnel management team. Now, what are the different things that you can do to ensure that an employee would like to stay on? The main thing would probably be compensation, a pay plan that would entice the employees to stay within that organization. An employee would always obviously be looking at organizations outside and comparing his or her salaries or wages. And so it is very important that an organization is competitive even regarding the comp and ben packages also. Teamwork. Very, very important. Now, you've all heard probably of team building exercises that keep happening in organizations. Why do we do that? We do it so that an employee learns to work with the people, with the peers that he's working with on a day-to-day basis, learns to work with his line manager. They understand how each person works. Each one of us have different working styles, and bringing that together, creating that synergy is what team building exercises do. And so we are trying to teach these employees to understand each other, understand each other's styles, and work together, and not just with their peers but with their top management as well. And so the employee is taught to work on his or her characteristics also, behavioral traits also, their leadership styles, so that they can work without conflict, which often happens in an organization. Right. Now, managerial effectiveness. What are we talking about here? The line managers play a very, very crucial role in an organization, because they are responsible for all those employees who are working with them or below them. For us to ensure that an employee is happy, the line manager should be happy. And so it is important that the personnel department also takes care to employ the right person to head that department. That person feels satisfied and taken care of. He has a competitive comp and ben package, and also he is given enough resources and help to ensure that he can take care of his employees and the people in his team. And so very important that managerial effectiveness is taken care of, and it is the personnel management team's responsibility to ensure that they've given enough resources to the line managers for them to be effective leaders in that organization. Now, significance of personnel management. A personnel management team must obviously work in close tandem with the higher leadership, the senior leadership team, because it is important for them to know exactly what the structure, the plan, and the objectives of the organization is, and so effectively plan the manpower resources of an organization. They need to know how many people to be recruited, which are the departments that need those people, what kind of people do they need, what is the background of the employees that are to be recruited. And so this kind of information is very necessary, and for that a personnel management team must be working very, very closely with the top management of the organization. Now, yes, recruitment, the most important aspect of personal management, because if you don't take the right person for the right job, you end up wasting so much of time trying to build that employee up and failing most of the time. So recruitment is probably a process that needs a lot of planning, a lot of thinking going into it, and a lot of input from different departments and the top management for it to be effective. And so many things have to be taken part of as the recruitment process. The candidate and where that candidate should be from and which department that person should go to, what is the skills, the expertise, the proficiencies that he would require. All these things need to go into the planning stage. And so we will move on to recruitment, which is the most important aspect of a personal management team. Thank you.